Hello, my lovelies. We did some building since last episode, so new tour. I love our chicken girls. Gonna turn on my crows, and then I can collect. Nope. Alright, so we're gonna do some foraging, because I want to get that. We got a new kitty! Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hold the phone. Stop everything. We have a new cat. Gimme. Oh my goodness. I think we're going to put you up in the library. / study. I think there is a way. Yes. Oh, look at how perfect that is. So I did a little bit more of the walls in the room and the roofing in here. I got low on wood. Apparently putting... Oh, wait, no, that's my safety rail that doesn't need to be there anymore because I decided to go in a different direction. All right, so we have a room up here that is creatively roofed. I might futz with it a little bit more later. Like maybe push the walls out a little bit more or do the roof in the other direction. I haven't decided. And then, oh my god, we have our new kitty. So we have our study, which has also got our storage chests in it. Did a little bit of plunking around in here. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And I didn't really change much downstairs. Oh, I did add in a little altar space. So if we pull this up and look at quests, all of our quests are good here. I just want to do some foraging and see if we can get enough stuff that Bogdan will sell us. Oh, I want to see if we can get enough stuff that Bogdan will sell us that display case. And then we'll move on from here into the next village. Ooh, we missed a chest. Gimme. Hanging herbs. Okay. Another one of that table. I know that somewhere there is a way to break down your furniture into wood you can build with. And I would very much like to do that, please. Today's tea is the... just one moment. Gawain, that is not a kitten surface. That is not a kitten surface, and you know it. Sorry, brief interlude. One of the kittens has decided... I'm recording. What, did you nap all day and now you want attentions? Do you need snuggles? He is sniffing the microphone, but doesn't want to purr in this moment. He's a bit quieter than Percival about purring anyway. Alright, sir, I have to work. Apparently they're tag teaming who will be the Pesterpuss today. Don't eat power cord. Oh, we'll see how much of this audio stays in. If you sit there nicely, I can pet you with my offhand. Yes, but I am not going to cuddle you. I am working. I am playing a video game for the nice people on the internets. Oh, God. I'm going to try shoving him down the front of my t-shirt. Because sometimes that'll make him content and go to sleep. You're getting too big for this. Alright, we'll see how this works. Oh my gosh, I almost wish I had a face cam so you could see him. He is... not only fascinated by the mechanic of the birds collecting the forageables for me, but it is happening on 2 screens because there's the screen that I am playing on and the screen that my recording software is on. It's nothing fancy. I just use OBS Studio. Highly recommend, like, for free software, like, from what I understand, unless you are, like, making bank, it's pretty much, like, industry standard for YouTubers, from what I understand. watching his little head whip back and forth between the two screens as I collect the wheat. I do think it is a little unfortunate. I have not had a chance to research gardening yet, so I will try to look into that before we record next. But today's tea is the fig and vanilla. New tea has been ordered. We have I want to say a Tivana order and a tabletop teas order. They're coming. New tea is coming. I promise. But until then, we're drinking the same old teas. And that is Fig and Vanilla by Twinings today. It's, figgy pudding. It's getting to be late November, winter festivities, etc., etc., etc. It is a wonderful, delicious, soothing tea either way. So, I have been reading all of these academic papers about Baba Yaga to be able to speak knowledgeably and coherently about a figure with just absurd amounts of history behind her. And some of these papers, I feel like people are just like, I'm going to put my hot takes in a paper and people will be so impressed with my brilliance. And instead they look silly, and I want to respect them, so I'm not going to, tell you which papers they are. I'm not going to, call out some academic from who knows where across the world. Because I've got papers from universities on at least 3 continents. So I'm not going to, call out anybody, by name. Oh, there it is. Ha ha! A wooden bucket. Excellent. I favor a good wooden bucket. I'm gonna chill out on the mushrooms because they're not worth a lot of gold. Neither were the berries, honestly. Where are the fly-agarg mushrooms and the, oh my gosh, I think I sold him all the pumpkin seeds. Oh, I hope I find more pumpkin seeds. But I'm looking for, the fly-agarg and the seeds and things. Because that is what I would like, because they had higher dollar values. But anyway, so, yes, dear? Sorry, he just stopped to sniff my face, Mama, who you talking to? Oh, you really like the crows, don't you? I will say this for Gawain, he is much better at tracking the mouse than Percival is. Percival's kind of got to get close and a little bit silly to track the mouse. Gawain, when he is watching it, he is on it. Oh, yes. The garlic resets so we can steal half their garlic again. But these papers just get so ridiculous. One of the papers, I read this paper and literally thought, are you joking? We have discussed at length about how stories of Baba Yaga predate Russia, older than Russia as a concept. Back when what is now a Russian, it was called Rus, and they were an extended collection of tribes wandering around the most northern parts of Eastern Europe. There is a paper that I read. It is in my sources because I read it. But I kid you not, they wrote and published that Baba Yaga is just a nice old grandmother, and she's only became mean later in a smear campaign because the patriarchy. And I'm just this was a scary lady predating the country she is currently attributed to the point. Oh, I might change into that. She was mean. She was a cautionary tale long before she had anything resembling a nurturing or maternal figure. And she only has those aspects to her personality in kind of a roundabout way from the side. And then I looked at their sources, and they didn't have a single source older than 1860. And it's just like, oh, you're basing all of your research on like fairy tale compilations. I see what's up. I see what happened here. My mistake. I thought you researched. Genuinely like boggled my mind. I was so confused as I read this, because I'm like, grandmotherly maternal figure. I just was blown away by the... Forgive me for using the term about something that has like been published in an academic paper, but I was blown away by the sheer nonsense of it. Seriously. And I said, well, I am going to use nothing from this paper in anything I talk about, unless I decide... Ooh, I think that was pumpkin seeds. Yes! Okay, we're really close to home, so we're going to drop these full stacks in my chests. Because I think our chicken hut is really close. Dear chicken hut. Yep, I can see her from here. Mwah. Yes, you're very handsome. Sorry, I have a kitten. He is in my shirt now. Because it is... Oh, are we on the move? Sir, you know my desk is not a kitten surface. Oh my gosh, we have a carpet! Oh, I'm genuinely excited to have a carpet. I would like carpets and wall hangings, please. There's only one wood texture that I have found so far, and it is not the most pleasing for me. Hello, bunny babies. How tiny goats is? Orange kitty, Baba Yaga. Oh, and I wanted to check with that hand to see if we could give it something better. Do I have any black pepper? Okay, I have the black salt. I almost said black pepper because, you know, salt and black pepper. Okay, Are you full? Alright, we're going to drop these raspberries in here. Drop this wheat and this honey. And the pumpkin seeds. I'm going to put away the eggs for now. And the garlic. There. I have to go through and better organize these chests. I just want the open slots. Oh, I have so much. I am partly enjoying and partly frustrated by some of the higgledy-piggledy nonsense of our build. I love it, but it also, oh my. I am going to throw all of the shade at that author obliquely. I'm not going to name them. I'm not going to tell you which paper it is. If you want to share in my scorn, you're going to have to go read all my sources and find it for yourself. This is lit up. Okay, that's where the bunny was. Never mind, it is not a fresh bunny. The other of the papers that I read that I was just like, what on earth are you doing? Was, right back in the same heckin' spot. Sir! Not a kitten surface. He wants to play with all the cords coming out of the back of my CPU, and, well, he's not allowed to do that because they're cords hooked up to an electronic. Kittens. Consistent training. This too shall pass. It doesn't help that I have a spinny rainbow light coming out of the back of my PC, because when I ordered the parts for it, it was only $5 more, and the other one had a longer shipping time. And I'm like, pay shipping costs or pay for rainbows? Decisions. I think I'll go rainbows. I would like it to get dark out so that I can find fly agaric easier. Because I think Bogdan will... I mean, I know Bogdan will buy things like berries and the like off of me. Unless he still needs to, quote, move that stuff. I don't know what resets. I don't know what resets when I save and exit the game. I know that forageables do. I don't know if Bogdan does. Or which aspects of Bogdan. It's kind of suspicious how I haven't found any... Oh, here we go. There's fly agaric. I need to find out what it's used for. Give me some more flax. Give me some more wolfsbane, please. Wait. Because that stuff was worth much more. The other paper, I genuinely don't know if the author was trying to support the points being made by the people who they were citing or not. I could give it a more thorough reading, but at this point I was feeling a little bit spicy. Because they were quoting a lot of people who were saying a lot of stuff that just, to me, is very, very nonsense adjacent. Here's some more flag arc. Like, they were making arguments for Baba Yaga being, like, multiple archetypes to the point of WTF. Like, in their, let's see, they argue that Baba Yaga occupies the victim, the villain, the challenger, the guide, and the deceiver archetypes, which, I'm sorry, arguments could be made for all of those archetypes, and they do. That's part of the point of their paper. But to argue to that extent for all of those stereotypes, I have been saying that Baba Yaga is kind of an all things to all people because she was intentionally made so. She was easily recognizable, so you could easily slip her into places. But to argue that storyteller's pragmatism is inherent to the figure rather than the culture that grew her, like, the fact that she occupies those spaces says things about Russian storytellers. It doesn't actually say much about Baba Yaga herself. And on top of it, the level of, to argue some of these cognates, I think cognate is the right word. There are deities that are cognates, like Perun and Thor are in completely different pantheons, but they are different people's take on the same figure. If you trace them back far enough, you go back to the same thunder and lightning deity. Or proto-deity. There's a lot of cognates between Greek and Roman gods. Because of deliberate action on the Roman part to help assimilate. Like, they were wandering around and they were really smart about how they conquered people and how they assimilated those people. I don't want to spend the whole time on this. But some of these... Yes, I'll save. It'll give me a chance to look at the paper. This paper argues... I'm just going to read this sentence. Baba Yaga is inscrutable and so powerful. Now keep in mind that the things she does in stories are things like make you do next to impossible tasks to get your hands on a potion. She might attempt to eat you. She is inscrutable and so powerful she does not owe allegiance to the devil or God or even to her storytellers. In fact, she opposes all Judeo-Christian and Muslim deities and beliefs. She is her own woman, a parthenogenetic mother. Oh, this person was also arguing that, Baba Yaga is both an archetype as well as a folkloric figure, which I would actually love to have that discussion, but not with someone who cognates, Baba Yaga. I wanted to see if I could give you a different offering, because your stuff is all, like, white now. Okay, I cannot interact with this. Alas. Alright, let's go see if we can hit Bogdan for 300 and change gold. So we can buy a fancy table. So, this person cites... And I was kind of hoping they were doing it, like, a little bit comedically, like, thumbing the nose at this source. But after that sentence, which I didn't catch on I kind of skimmed through, because I'm like, do you have new information for me? And then I started seeing things and went, So this person, seemingly uncritically, cognates Baba Yaga to the goddess Persephone because she's chthonic and rooted to her culture's gnomes and the like. Oh, I'm so close. Let's try honey. Oh, this is going to be really, really close. We need 13 gold. And I believe... Yeah, Bogdan is tapped unless we buy something. You know what? I'm going to buy 1 wood. Oh dear, I bought more than 1 wood. Okay, I bought 3 wood. How much... Okay. Okay, I actually lost a little bit of money on that experiment. Oh, we got so close. But it is what it is. No, I'm not going to buy anything else. That is a losing venture. I will just be mildly sad. So, I can see Baba Yaga having an association with Earth, which just, chthonic just means under the Earth, basically. In fact, I am going to Google that real quick. Because I'm pretty sure, but I don't want to give... concerning belonging to or inhabiting the underworld. I might argue... I don't know that I would say Baba Yaga is chthonic at all. Double checking. All of our stuff is settled to go to the next village. I am going to pop upstairs and look at that new dress. Just because I thought it looked pretty. I like this. This is very business-like, but I think if we do this, we're going to put our hair back down. Yeah. If we don't have the raven feathered jacket on, I think we're gonna have the loose hair. I like the look of it. Yeah, so I don't know, like, not an expert, but I genuinely do not know if Baba Yaga is a chthonic deity. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're riding off into the sunset. This is too perfect. Oh no! I gotta cook. Alright, real quick. We'll make some pancakes, Make a couple things of soup. I'm going to make a plain porridge and a berry porridge. Let's see where we are with that. So, their arguments for Persephone were chthonic, related to gnomes and beings of the earth. They also cognate her to Hecate, who is another goddess in the same pantheon. So which is she, fella? Which is she? Is she Persephone or is she Hecate? Because not the same person. Because Hecate is also sometimes portrayed as a crone. Hecate, yes, is the Greek god of the crossroads, but she is the Greek god of so many other things. Hecate is one of those ones that people just kind of took and ran with. So, just calling her the god of a crossroads. Her broom made of silver birch equates her to the Celtic goddess Brigid. Silver birch is symbolized as new beginnings, and Brigid is the goddess of the hearth. I genuinely do not know what conclusion this person is trying to make in this moment. It strikes me as just so very, very, very silly. They make a 4-element set out of her Koschei the Deathless, the Sea King, and the Firebird, which just strikes me as kind of funny. Like, I don't know enough about Russian or even your Eastern European ritual to, like, I don't know enough about, like, that whole part of the world's deal. Oh, let's go sit on the porch and enjoy the night air. To, like, speak to that, but just, this isn't given any support in the document, and I could go and read off of this source, but, like, if I, as a reader, who has done more than minimal study into this subject, don't understand what you're trying to say here, why is this in your paper? Like, dude, what's going on here? Then they try to make her or give her a strong association with the Welsh enchantress Rhiannon, because Rhiannon also has magic birds. The birds, I'll give them credit, the birds can supposedly bring the dead back to the life, which does seem like a rather Baba Yaga thing to do. But that is like a very, like, these associations are so thin. They are so very, very, very thin. And alright, I'm gonna give porridge to the house. I'm gonna give Baba Yaga mushroom soup because I'm testing something. Okay, she likes her pancakes. Alright, I'm gonna have porridge with fruit. You travel onward. The river is getting wider here. With careful steps, the hut trudges through it. At night, you feel like the water is glowing, but maybe that's a shrine to Siva. Since you've done an acceptable job with the food, I think you're ready for our next lesson. Now you've mastered the oven. Not that such a thing should be much of a test for those with more than pumpkins between their ears. I feel it's time for you to hone your witchly skills elsewhere. Every witch needs to know about herbs and their medicinal uses. Alas, fresh herbs are hard to come by in autumn, and we do not have time to twiddle bones until spring. All we can do is gather what's left from last summer. They may be a bit dried and rotten, but then so are many things to do with the dark arts. Besides, even the most decayed of husks can contain the sparks of life, seeds. Of course, they will need a little encouragement to grow in these cold conditions, so you'll need a proper tool. Here, take this old watering can. It was once an old familiar of mine who displeased me. It's so often the way. Bring it to the sacred island in the river. There you can find a relatively new but unkempt shrine to the goddess Siva. Even the most neglected deity cannot resist a little worship. Give it some care and attention, and bring some grain as an offering. Then Siva might remember what she's good for and grant you her blessing. Now be off. A herbal wish you wish to be? Then prove it. You've been told about a location. I have a new tool. You know what? I'm going to ask the question. Who is Siva? Siva is a goddess of water and fertility. She is often portrayed as a young woman with golden hair and grain in her hands. A little on the nose for a goddess, but then deities are often depicted how mortals wish them to look, rather than how they really are. I have only seen her in the shape of a cuckoo who sings to farmers in the autumn if the next year's harvest will be bountiful. The bird also appears before weddings and childbirths. Siva doesn't like to miss a good celebration. However, she detests the cold and always heads south for winter. I don't blame her. Head off with you. I apologize for missing the loading screen text. Where are we parked? We are in the water. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. I think we're gonna move us to someplace a little damp. Hut hut, go where I say. The edge of the map. We are not right on the edge of the map. We are in the middle of this little lake here. Can we get into this without setting off? I just want to be on dirt. Now we're gonna turn around. So we're facing into the map. Okay. Hello, my precious baby. I'm gonna hug my goat. Okay. Okay. Reset my birds. Because I see some wheat already. I bet it wants us to look... Okay, yep. It wanted us to look at the watering can. We'll get there. First, let's collect some grain. And we will find out if Bogdan still has that thing that I want. The display case. Let's see, where was I glancing at this paper? Oh, this is an old dried up well. Ooh, what did we pick up? More flax seeds. Okay. I wonder if we will be able to get flax seeds from the flax. Oh, we have the raven's coat without the feathers. Ooh, I need to investigate that. Oh, like this is clearly abandoned by the holes in the roof, but it feels like I'm going through someone's house. So I guess I am a little bit. But this author also makes the argument that because Rhiannon is a healer, which Baba Yaga very rarely is, a wise woman, which is an archetype that I would argue, like, a wise woman Baba Yaga absolutely is. And it, whoa. I'm gonna reread this sentence. Okay. So if I am reading this correctly, because Baba Yaga has birds that can bring people back to life from the dead, it is a strengthening of her comparison to Persephone. Ooh, I have a pile of bones from this deceased individual. I have feelings about that. And that strengthens her association with Persephone. Ooh. And because Rhiannon also is associated with birds, and they're both wise women, like, these are paper thin associations, just absolutely paper thin. Like, these are borderline nonsense. I'm not going to take your wheat if I can help it, but do you have garlic I can pilfer? I need to do things with garlic. I need to find out what you can do with garlic. Is Bogdan here? Not going to do anything village-shaped until I talk to Bogdan. He's usually about centered in the village near a well. Also, do you have a village name? I don't recognize that symbol, and I ran right through it. I'm going to have to go back and see what that's about. And I spoke at length for like 3 episodes about Baba Yaga's flexibility, about how she is able to do everything. But I draw the line at making her a cognate to deities from pantheons literally globally. Like, by the time in human development that these were like deities at all, she had moved past being a deity into being something else. Like, this is... I don't think this village has Bogdan in it. I'm sad. Oh, I'm so sad. Well, we'll come back to the village. I'm going to go back and see what that symbol was referring to. Unless it's that derelict house. Which, a house has never been on our map before. Worship Siva. I have lots of grain in my pocket. Oh, I am running. I don't have pocket space very much. I need to go put some things in my chests. If you are going to make these associations... Okay, it is this particular derelict house that is on our map. I'm not sure what the symbol is supposed to look like. Alright. I am going to see if I can find Siva's stuff. Let's head for the edge of the map and go looking. Like, some of these papers were amazing. I really, really enjoyed the one that talked about how Baba Yaga has fit into the monster of the week archetype. Like, that was honestly a wonderful paper that I very much enjoyed. But, like, some of this stuff is just absolutely raw nonsense. Just unashamed. Any other full stacks? Let's put the garlic away. I'm gonna go put some wood in the oven. The oven is probably getting low. Oh yeah. This is why no matter how much I want to build, I always leave at least a stack of wood in the chests. Let's go find this shrine to Siva. Oh, this is so pretty all the time. I think the reason that these irritate me as they do is because of how small-minded you have to be to give them any credence. Because to say that Baba Yaga changed her tune about this place sure has seen better days. Perhaps I should tidy it up a bit. Can I place this as like an offering bowl? Oh, I bet it goes there. Yeah, it's sparkly. It's sparkly in here. I'm gonna do a little bit of Svarog's touch. There are more candles up above. Can I do anything to, like, clear this? Oh. I'd like to light these candles, please. I bet there is stuff on the other end of this arc. Yes. Okay, I've lit 3 sets of candles. Is there anything behind that I need to look at? Oh. If I take out my crow friends... Okay. I can clear all of this. Cool. Oh, I like this. I like this feeling. As blood runs through our veins, the river runs through these lands. Blessed be its water, giver of life. Nice. I'm guessing once I have everything cleared, I will be able to put grain either in the bowl I found in all of these bowls, or on that bench in front of Siva's altar. Something is missing here. I should look around. There, much better. Now, onto that grain Baba Yaga had me bring. Okay. Let's get the outer... Oh! I have to wreath them in grain. This is an offering. There's something about those bowls. They seem special. We're wreathing these in grain. Let's get all the light up stuff. Oh, I wish it was lighter outside. Well... I'm going to fill the bowl with water. Need to get water. Okay. Can I get to the center? I need to go into deeper waters. Oh, yes. Well. Oh, game. Oh, why are you like this? Alright. Fill the bowl with water. Get closer. Oh, I wasted so much water there. Ah, the game. Sometimes you gotta make mistakes and learn. Quest updated. Look at your journal. I have restored the shrine. I should be able to get Siva's blessing for the watering can now. Unlocked Siva's boon. Granted life by Siva's grace, this watering can is able to hold blessed water, which allows plants to thrive even in the fall and winter seasons. And that's been renamed. I have to select it. Oh, hello. I see Siva appreciated your efforts enough to bring some life into that watering can. Perhaps that toad has learned his lesson now. Of course, you still need water. Take it directly from the river. The water there is unique. You'll find out later as our journey continues. The river and Siva go hand in hand. Both of them are life bringers to the people, wildlife, and plants of these lands. To complete the ritual, you'll need a spell. As you should have learned by now, words hold great power if spoken with intent. The words you need are... Wait, look at the shrine. Someone has scrawled the words upon it. Gah. There was once a time when every man, woman, and child would know the words as clearly as their own names, pass them down through the generations. But the old knowledge is fading now, so maybe such a reminder is for the best. Speak these words as you take the water, and while you're at it, tend to the plants here. We wouldn't want the shrine falling to ruin again now, would we? Once you're done, come and find me at the hut. I have a little reward for you. Off with you. Alright. We need to water the plants. Okay. Into the river with me! As blood runs through our veins, the river runs through these lands. Blessed be its water, giver of life. Oh, cool. I don't have to aim super exactly for this bit. Okay, I'm seeing plants about that I have not seen before. I am deeply curious. I wonder if, like, some of these are different plants we'll be able to grow. I am deeply curious. I'm so deeply, deeply curious. I'm so deeply curious about these plants. Okay, those plants look the same as the middle ones. But the ones on the leftmost anchor... The ones on the left... What was the anchor? Oh, cool. We're just gonna repeat the ritual every time. Like, those plants look different from the ones that were at the very far end. Because this one in particular seems to be unique. I have a mighty curious. Alright, let's go home. I think it's just starting to be dawn. My congratulations, River Kitten. You're well on your way to becoming a skilled herbologist. You're the water. All you need now are some seeds and the earth to plant them in. I'll show you how to build some basic planters. I'm sure you'll find others on your travels. As for the seeds, I'm afraid you won't find any here. Siva has abandoned this plot of land just as the people have abandoned her shrine. Goddesses are notoriously unforgiving. However, they can't hold a candle to some humans I've met. Let's travel onwards. I'm sure we'll find seeds on our next stop. Okay. We have gardening beds and pots. And then a herbologist workshop. And we have a gardening menu. We're going to call this episode here. I'm going to see if there are any, like, minor quests happening at, in the village. Witches' ovens level stuff. Yes. And then we'll move on because there truly doesn't seem to be a lot here. There isn't even Bogdan. I want that display case. I want to know if it's like an item for use. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are still enjoying Reka. Thank you for indulging my what on earth, academics? What are you thinking? Are you thinking rant today? Because, oh my goodness, do people get in their own heads about things. If you did enjoy today's video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, maybe even subscribe to bring you back for more cozy indie content. Have a happy time zone wherever in the world you are, and I will see you guys next time.